All right, it is Monday. It is March 27th. The market back in action for another week. I had a new strategy since I've been sick. I've been studying a lot of swing trading, a lot of these ETFs. So, with small caps being not as great, they're always going to be moves bearish. I'm more of a long player. They're not holding up as well long. So, ever since, let's look at SPY. Ever since SPY pretty much topped out in November, December, then January. That was basically the peak. And look at this volatility. Ever since then, all these bearish and bullish ETFs have been tremendous, tremendous. You're getting great range each day. To go back to SQQQ. SQQQ, for people that know, is Pro Shares Ultra Short QQQ. It's a 3 times levered inverse if you want to short basically the NASDAQ. So the main ones I follow at this point are SDAL, SPXU, SPXS. SDAL is the Dow Jones. SPXU and XS are the S&P 500, basically. Like I just said, the Qs, that's the NASDAQ. SRTY is the Russell 2000. TZA is the Russell 2000. FAS, Russell 1000. Uh, that is basically the financial sector. SOX, Inverse Semiconductor, Direxion. So what do you have there? One, two, three, four, five, about six. So six ETFs day to day. That's what I've been playing. I've been just focusing on that, and it's been tremendous because you're getting great volatility. You don't need a lot on these. I'm looking for at least 50 cents on each move each day, and because the volatility each day has been incredible. Look back at this. This year on the 23rd went up, came back down. 24th, this is all pre-market or after hours, came back up. So what you had today, I was looking at, I was basically looking at SQQQ and SOX, and then the reverse TQQQ Q and SOXL. So when this opened here, I was looking pre-market, nothing much. It was coming up a little bit, drew a trend line, and this big green candle. Was looking to chase, and I'm always looking for candles or patterns or something. Playing off something, not necessarily momentum each time, but that can happen. So when this came down, I'm watching it. I'm seeing if it's gonna, dive deep hard. Then this candle right here was great on the 5 minute. Look at this. This is a hammer candle. Pretty big, base here at the top. And this went down this low. It's 31.79. Look how this pushed down. A lot of people don't know what a hammer candle is. Basically, it hammers out the bottom, then bounces right up. So look at that. It came down. It's almost like a springboard. It came right back up. And then we're chopping around here at 32. This is where I went in 32. And my stop was 31.79. When you stack sideways like that, that's when I love. It's either going to get a move down or up. It's not going to stay stacked like that. And after the hammer, it tells you that candle pushed down. So they're not necessarily looking to push this down right here. And with the market going back today, let me look here. The NASDAQ bounce. So what was that, 10 a.m.? Yeah, after 10 a.m., I'm looking at the NASDAQ on FinViz. That was the peak. Came back down. You had a cross at 12 p.m., then it bounced again. So each day is different. It's just going to be different patterns, different, the way the chart goes. And this Hatton put in this hammer. And I love this 32. And on these higher price stocks too, you have a big range here. That's a big quarter. You can put it a little bit closer. It depends how you want to play it, but that's real too tight. And there's a nice stop here. So what's that, like 20 cents? And I'm not taking a lot of shares. I don't need a lot, even though it's a higher priced. So each day I'm looking for at least 200 to 2,000. But mainly, on a good day over 500. So 32 and this rode up. And then right here on this pink line, it's your 13 EMA, 20 EMA below. Once you have this crossed over, all these are fake outs. When you see this trying to come down, it can't go through. Again, came here, it didn't even touch. Right here, and I basically got out right here, 33. So looking for 50 cents to a dollar. Now, 50 cents would have been right about here, but there's nothing there. There's nothing to get out on. And right here, I saw this and came back and touched almost, so I was out. And it's because, I get my goal of a dollar at least right there. Now, if this kept going and going, probably would have took profit, maybe got in again. And then what do you see right here? Let me put this right up here, right up here, right up here, and right up here. You have a triple top. Went up again. Look at these wicks. 1, 2, 3. Another one. Another one. Another one. That's like, what's it, 5 or 6 times? It could not break. So it's a telltale sign it's going to reverse. It did. It came back. Little cross. Came back up again, but not as high as 33.25. And then we washed down real hard. And now, again, there's um, other things on my chart right here. This green line, it's a dash. That's today's open line. This is yesterday's close. It's red. And here's another hammer. What do you see here? Hammer came down from today's open. I didn't get in on this. I took my profit right here. And let me get a little closer. So you see it right here, came back. It was about 32.60 and got up to 33, that high wick. So that's another, nice little scalp. We talking like 40 cents there plus. So, that was the move there. And, each day is different. Try to look for 1 to 5 trades. And when I mean trades, like this would be a whole one trade. I'm not talking buy, sell. That would be two, just one. So that was one move right there. That would have been a small scalp. This would have been two. And then you can reverse it to or to short or reverse the TQQ Q. So there was a move there. So it was a nice little move. And what did I make about 8.12, I think? Yeah, about 8.12. So nice within the range, nothing that complicated on that move. It's catching the right move. And that's why in the morning, you just want your handful of stocks. You don't have to play the runners each day. You can play, just get a handful of ETFs or stocks. Just say, for example, like Carnival Cruise, things that you can keep track of each day so you know how they move. Because each day in penny stock land, it's a new stock each day. It's very hard to get a hold of each one, how their pattern moves and where they're going. So you can play anything. Amazon, it's a little higher, but what else? I'm just looking on here. Today's runners. There's all kinds of runners. Looking for different names. Let me see my 20 stocks here. I keep track of these too. They're different, like oil. There's Bohr, BE Energy, X, DraftKings, Peloton. You keep a hold of a few. I have Carnival Cruise, a lot of different stocks here, airlines. So you do that, and then you can narrow things down in the morning, what you like and what you see the market's doing. Now, the market a lot of times has been having like major gap downs. It'll be, do this, it'll gap down, then it'll bounce, then it'll fade again. So it's been running like very much day to day. Like if it bounces very high, it'll drop, low, it'll bounce. So look at here, 23rd, huge drop, and then it bounced the whole day, just start to climb. So that's what kind of market we're in. It's great volatility for these ETFs. Remember, all these ETF stocks were like maximum high after COVID. And then, now they all came back to earth, way down. Some of these ETFs are down 50, 60, 70%. So you're going to have a major whipsaw each day as they try to climb back up. This year should be continued volatility. So that's where it was right here. And candles are big. Other guys play levels like lines. I look at lines too, but I like the candles, like to see the action. And then you're looking for specific points. So that's SQQQ. And that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trade Alerts on YouTube. Smash the like button. I'm going to do a video on socks next. That's it. Peace.